You know I'm gonna get.
Hello all my beloved students. Welcome back to our online class of American Bridge International School. How are you doing today, everyone? I hope you are doing fine, and I am doing good too. Alright, so today is Thursday. So Thursday normally what do we study, everyone? Very good. So we study the writing tutor. Okay, we study the writing tutor for Thursday. All right. So today we are going to continue our lesson, and our lesson today is about the part 4. All right. But before going into the part 4 of today's lesson, I would like to review some things that we learned. Okay, that we learned last week. All right. Good. So everyone, do you remember what did we learn last week? What did we learn in the part 3? What was the part 3 about? Thank you. So part 3 was about the drafting, right, everyone? Good, very good. So for the drafting here, what did you do in the drafting? Okay, good. So for the drafting, it's time for you to write down, right? You put some all the things down on the paper. It's time for you to write it. Okay. Yes, because in in the pre-writing, actually you have done a lot with the with some of the planning, some kind of the collecting information and also the ideas. And for the drafting, it's time for you to write all the information that you have down on a piece of paper, and you have what? You have to have the title, the topic sentence, and also the details. Very good. So, and I believe that you guys have done with the exercise already, right? Your own draft. You make your own draft with your own outline, or else. So we have done a lot so far. And today we are going into the part 4 of the lesson. We are still in the narrative paragraph. Okay. But we are in the part 4, and what is part 4 about? Very good. So part 4, we are going to study about the revising and proofreading. Okay, revising and proofreading. So everyone, for the revising and proofreading, is a very important part of your writing paragraph. Okay, because why I say this is very important. It's time for you to make any change, or to make something that you want to remove, or you want to add more. It's in this step, or in this part. Okay, before you publish to the other people to read your writing. All right, good. So now let's go into the revising and proofreading altogether. So what is about? So first of all, I would like to introduce to you the revising. So in the revising step, what you have to do is getting it right. Okay, getting it right. Getting it right here, it means you have to look at some of the criteria of the revising altogether. What does the word getting it right mean? Okay, so we have to look at the changes. You have to ask yourself, you have a paragraph now, for example. Okay, so for example, like you have a paragraph now, and then you look at your paragraph, check it again, and then see, is there any change in that writing, in that drafting? Okay. And if you think there are some changes of the meaning, for example, so you can change in the revising. Is that activity? Because we are learning, or we are studying about the narrative paragraph. So is that the activity or the action flow correctly? Okay, they follow one from the other. Is that the writing tell a very good story? Okay, so any changes, so you have to change in this part. Next, we say more or less. you want to more or less here refer to the information or to the action of the paragraph. For example, like you know, in your paragraph, in your drafting, you already written all the thing down, all the activity and the actions down. And then you have to ask, like, do you want to add more activity or do you want to add more information in order to make your writing more interesting, or less? So, or you think, oh, my drafting was good, but there were a lot of information, and also there were a lot of something that are not very important for my writing. So I want to remove some sentences. I want to remove some linking word, for example, with this sentence. Okay, or you want to remove some information. So in this part, you have to ask yourself, more or less, right? Organized, is that organized enough? It's like you have the title, you have the topic sentence yet, you have your the detailed sentences. Do you have some of the conclusion? Right? So you have to look at your paragraph. Is that organized enough? Okay. And next one is supposed to. Is that supposed to what you want it to be? All right. Because like in the before you write, you actually do the pre-writing, right? So in the pre-writing, you do the planning. Okay. So now, after you do the pre-writing and then you do the drafting, and then it's come to revising. Is that supposed to what you planned in the pre-writing? So if it does, that's good for you. But if not, you have to make some changes. All right, or you have to look at all the meaning and maybe the action in the paragraph again. All right, and then to the last, are you sure? Are you sure that your writing is good enough? Okay, are you sure that it's supposed to what it means to be, what it planned to be? Are you sure that it is organized enough? Are you sure that you want to add more information, or are you sure that you want to remove some information? And are you sure that you want to change it? All right. So you have to ask. You have to ask yourself in the revising, because revising is very important. All right. Good. So again, everyone, in the revising, what we have to do is getting it right. So we have to change if it is necessary. You want to add more information or not, or less. All right. And is that organized enough? And is that supposed to what you plan it to be? And then, are you sure that all of this information have to be changed? And are you sure that it is right? Okay, good. And then let's move on to the proofreading, everyone. So for the proofreading, we have we say getting it polished. Getting it polished. All right. So getting it polished here refer to, you can say like getting it clean. Okay, getting it clean. Make sure that your writing is clean and clear enough. There is no virus, for example. There is no mistake. Okay, there is no grammatical error, or so we say in proofreading, what we have to do is fixing. The most important the most important thing in proofreading, you have to fix everything. For example, you have to check the spelling. Okay. You have to check the spelling. Make sure that all the spelling are correct. Okay. Make sure that the grammatical structure are correct. All right. And then you have to check the punctuation, for example. So make sure that you put the right punctuation into the right places. Okay. So in the proofreading, it's very similar to revising, but in the proofreading, you have to check everything. You have to check everything before you publish. Okay, before you publish. Actually, there is one more step, is publish, getting it published. But that is the others, like lesson. So now we have talked only about the revising and proofreading only. Good. So Everyone, if you have your textbook with you right now, you can turn your book to page 27. All right, turn your book to page 27 altogether, and then you will see, everyone, you will see the revise. This is the sample writing. All right, and what you have to do is say fill in the blanks with the sentences and the linking words. All right, so there are two linking words. You can see at the bottom of the page. There are some, there are A, B, C, and D. All these are the sentences that you have to complete into this paragraph. All right, and there are two linking words. The first one is the word letter, and the other one is after that. Okay, after that. All right. So now, everyone, let's go into the sample writing altogether to see whether this sample are already correct or not. Okay, and we have to complete the sentence altogether. So if you look at the whiteboard, you will see some of the sentence that I already written on the whiteboard. So we have A, B, C, and D. Okay, so we will use all of these four sentences to complete into this paragraph, this sample writing. All right, so actually I have the sample writing on the whiteboard too, and let's go into this altogether. We say a visit to a wonder park. A visit to a wonderland park. All right. So what is this one? When we come to revising, we already know that this is what's this? This is the title for sure, right? Good. This is the title, and then we have the day I went to the Wonderland amusement park was the happiest day of my life because I had so much fun. Okay, so what is this one? What is this sentence? We call the topic sentence, right? Good. Okay, so we have to check. Okay, we have to check. We want to make something change, or is there any grammatical error or some spelling error or not. Okay, if there's not, we have to move on. All right, and then we say I woke up early in the morning and got ready to go to the amusement park. Right? Good. So we say I woke up early in the morning, and actually right here there should not be a punctuation, there should not be a full stop, right? But if you put full stop here, it means that's not right. So you have to remove it. All right? No full stop here. Remove the full stop. And got ready to go to the amusement park. All right? So in this sentence, what sentence that we should use to complete in this blank? A, B, C, or D, A1? Which one? This should be letter B. Very good. Okay, so I have to complete it. Actually, because of the size so big, so I will complete it right here. Okay. All right. So we say ready to go to the amusement park. The weather was sunny and bright. Okay, the weather was sunny and bright. Right? I wrote more than 10 rides, including the merry-go-round and the roller coaster. Okay. So what sentence that we should complete in here? The roller coaster. And after this, that should be letter what I want? A. We have A, C, and D. Okay, A, C, and D. All right. So you can see like more than 10 rides, including the merry-go-round and the roller coaster. So this one should be letter C, right? Good. Make sure that when you complete the sentence, make sure that you can see, like the sentence or the action flow from one to the others, right? Okay. So we say, okay. So Though I was ready for 10 rice, my mom said we had to go home. Okay, right here. Okay, my mom said we had to go home. All right. So this is the sentence of that we have to complete in this blank. All right. And after this blank, actually we have the other blank. Right. We have the other blank. So we have A and D. So which one that we should put in this one? I want. So we have like A, but I had the most fun bouncing on the trampoline. Or we have on the way home, I asked my parents to take me to the amusement park again soon. I had a wonder time that day. Actually, this should be the conclusion paragraph, or I'm sorry, the conclusion sentence, right? Yes. So we should use this one. Okay, letter A here. Okay, good. So now we have some of the sentence, and then we say my mother bought me chocolate ice cream, and my father got me a big yellow balloon. All right. We watched a special parrot with wonderful music. So right here, we have here. Actually, there are there is the blank here that we have to complete the linking words, right? The linking words. So what are the linking words that we should use here? We say, got me a big yellow balloon. This should be after that, right? We have after that and letter. So I would like to write after that, okay? After that, we watch a special parrot with a wonderful music. This should be letter. Letter, we had a big meal at a restaurant, right? And the last sentence should be letter D. Good. The last sentence should be letter D. So I will stick it right here. Okay, so letter D, you say, on the way home, I asked my parents to take me to the amusement park again soon. I had a wonderful time that day. All right. So this is a complete, sentence. Or if you want to read it again, you can read all this again, and then you have to check, you have to revise, you have to proofread, right? You have to check the spelling, the grammatical, the punctuation, any something change, you want to add more information or remove information, right? Good. So this is the paragraph that you all can practice at home. And right now, everyone, you can turn the book to page 28. So on page 28, you will see this is the final draft. So actually, what you have to do is you have to complete or write your final draft. Actually, you have your own draft already, right? In the lesson of drafting. So now what you have to do is to complete what you want to revise, right? The draft after revising and after proofing. Proofreading. All right. So you have to complete into this one, and then you can publish this to your teacher, or you can give that to your teacher to to correct that for you. Okay. So I believe we have learned a lot today, right? And thank you everyone for today, and have a nice day. Bye.